morning, Sarasota! It's so good to see you. Please rise in body and our spirit for our opening hymn 1031, Filled with Loving Kindness.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and happy. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be
There's a whole row up front if you need a seat.
Good morning, welcome, and Happy New Year. I'm Jane Rose, a member of the Unitarian Universalists of Sarasota Board of Trustees and co-chair of the Forum Committee. We especially want to welcome our visitors this morning, both here on our campus and those who are watching us via live stream. We invite visitors to learn more about our congregation and Unitarian Universalism through links at our website, which is uusrq.com. That would be org. They will enable you to sign up for our newsletter, the UU Weekly News. Visitors here in person can also request to receive the UU Weekly News at the welcome table right outside after the service. We invite visitors to participate in any of our events, live or virtual. Timely information about events is always provided in the Sunday order of service and on the website and in that newsletter. If you are new to our congregation, we look forward to getting to know you better, and we are on the lookout for visitor name tags. But please don't hesitate to also introduce yourself if the opportunity arises. After service, we gather in the courtyard for refreshments and conversation, and we do hope you will join us. We are happy that you found your way here, and we hope you will want to return. I have one announcement. This Sunday is the Sunday at which people who have been coming as visitors may join our congregation officially, sign the book, and if you wish to do that, you can meet in the minister's office after the service. Thank you.
Full house. Happy New Year. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one there disturbed the sound of silence. For said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell, unechoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that he was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
What a pleasure to have such high-quality music as part of the service. Good morning. My name is Paul Lewis. I am co-leader, along with Don DeMeo, of this congregation's Sunday night Zen group, which we've been doing for 13 years now. Since 2020, we've been doing it online. We stopped during COVID when the church was shut down, and it's so convenient that we continue to do it that way. Jay asked me to read the Heart Sutra, which is one of the most, if not the most important sutra in Zen Buddhism. It's chanted many times a day by Zen monks and Zen students in Zen centers and monasteries all over the world. This is a translation by Joan Halifax and Kazuaki Tanahashi. Joan Halifax is the abbot at the Upaya Zen Center in Santa Fe. It's not short. It takes about 2.5 minutes to read through, so settle back and relax. Avalokiteshvara, who helps all to awaken, moves in the deep course of realizing wisdom beyond wisdom, sees that all 5 streams of body, heart, and mind are without boundary, and frees all from anguish. O Shariputra, who listens to the teachings of the Buddha, form is not separate from boundlessness. Boundlessness is not separate from form. Form is boundlessness. Boundlessness is form. Feelings, perceptions, inclinations, and discernment are also like this. O Shariputra, boundlessness is the nature of all things. It neither arises nor perishes, neither stains nor purifies, neither increases nor decreases. Boundlessness is not limited by form, nor by feelings, perceptions, inclinations, or discernment. It is free of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, free of sight, sound, smell, taste, touch, and any object of mind, free of sensory realms, including the realm of the mind. It is free of ignorance and the end of ignorance. Boundlessness is free of old age and death, and free of the end of old age and death. It is free of suffering, arising, cessation, and path, and free of wisdom and attainment. Being free of attainment, those who help all to awaken abide in the realization of wisdom beyond wisdom and live with an unhindered mind. Without hindrance, the mind has no fear. Free from confusion, those who lead all to liberation embody profound serenity. All those in the past, present, and future who realize wisdom beyond wisdom manifest unsurpassable and thorough awakening. Know that realizing wisdom beyond wisdom is no other than this wondrous mantra, luminous, unequaled, and supreme. It relieves all suffering. It is genuine, not illusory. So set forth this mantra of realizing wisdom beyond wisdom. Set forth this mantra that says, Gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvaha, arriving all the way together, awakening joy.
Join in our chalice lighting words. We honor the interdependent web of all existence with reverence for the great web of life, and with humility we acknowledge our place in it. We covenant to protect Earth and all beings from exploitation. We will create and nurture sustainable relationships of care and respect, mutuality and justice. We will work to repair harm and damaged relationships.
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. Today's story is The Day the Buddha Woke Up by Andrea Miller and artwork by Rima Fujita. Siddhartha was born a prince. He could have had anything he wanted, but what he wanted was not a thing. Siddhartha wanted to understand the human heart. Why aren't people happy? Is true happiness possible? Looking for answers, Siddhartha left his home. He went here and there. He tried this, he tried that, but he couldn't find the answers to his questions. Finally, Siddhartha sat down under a tree and simply breathed in and out. His mind cleared, his heart filled. He saw that happiness is always possible. Just enjoy this moment without wishing it was any different moment. And when the morning star rose in the sky, Siddhartha was the Buddha. He was awake. He was free. This is the book that we read to young children to introduce to them who Buddha was and one of his main goals, to be still enough to let your mind focus to find peace. However, even as adults, we struggle with finding that time to be still. We jump from this and that. Life demands so much of us, we just don't have time to be still, to focus, to be mindful of what's going on inside of us and what is going on in the world around us. But more than ever, we need this stillness so that we can create change in ourselves and in our world, not through explosive emotions, but with calm focus, determination, and awareness. May it be so. I now invite any children and teens to join their teachers in the West Wing so we can further explore the monkey mind. And if you're new, just follow me. Thank you.
I want to live, I want to give. I've been a miner for a heart of gold. It's these expressions I never gave that keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Oh, keep me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. I've been to Hollywood, I've been to Redwood, I've crossed the ocean for a heart of gold. I've been in my mind, it's such a fine line that keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. That keeps me searching for a heart of gold. And I'm getting old. Keep me searching for a heart of gold. You keep me searching and I'm growing old. Oh, keep me searching for a heart of gold. I've been a miner for a heart of gold.
Good morning. It's kind of strange. Usually I often am up here at the beginning. I'm Reverend J. Wolin, and it's wonderful to see everybody here this morning. Part of my religious journey and spiritual journey has led me to receive the 5 mindfulness trainings in the tradition of Thich Nhat Hanh's Zen Buddhism. And usually every year I spend a week at some Zen monastery. And I have gone, and this what I'm going to share with you, we do every night when I am at the Upaya Zen Center in Santa Fe, which Paul mentioned earlier. It's called the 4 Bodhisattva Vows, as well as the night chant. Creations are numberless, I vow to free them. Delusions are inexhaustible, I vow to transform them. Reality is boundless, I vow to perceive it. The awakened way is unsurpassable, I vow to embody it. Let me respectfully remind you, life and death are of supreme importance. Time passes swiftly and opportunity is lost. Let us awaken, do not squander your life. As we go into a time of silence now, I invite you to contemplate what delusions you need to transform. So, as a young adult, I had terrible anxiety and stomach pains, and my doctor, knowing my driven nature, prescribed something unusual for me. He told me, take a day off, Jay, go to the beach and learn how to meditate. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but I have not had stomach problems since. And I have had a meditation practice now for over 40 years. And I continue to renew that prescription. Why I love living in Sarasota. I get to go to the beach all the time. You would think I get to go to the beach all the time. Do I go to the beach all the time? No, but I have the opportunity to go to the beach all the time. Usually not January through March, but that's another story. So I have studied in the Buddhist traditions of Vipassana, Soto Zen, and most recently and most often in the Plum Village tradition of mindfulness of the Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. Now I want to be clear, meditation is a tool towards enlightenment. Some people just use it in a very secular way as well. And as well, it is found in many religions, used in different ways. But I will be discussing in more detail the meditation is Buddhism and meditation is part of Buddhism. It is not Buddhism. So I'll be discussing some of the Buddhist scriptures in my upcoming adult religious education class. You can look online or in our newsletter for more information about that. The Buddhist traditions come from the teachings of Buddha. As you heard a little bit in the story, he was known originally, as this legend tells us, Prince Siddhartha in the 6th century BCE in India. He was sheltered from suffering by his father, the king, until he ventured out and witnessed human pain. And this launched his spiritual journey. Now, he tried extreme asceticism. I mean, like, he would only eat minimally what he needed and only used minimally what he needed to survive. But he realized that deprivation was not the answer to enlightenment or why people suffer. Legend tells us that he saw a group of musicians playing lutes, and Siddhartha realized that when the strings of the instrument are too loose, its sound does not carry. But when the strings are too tight, they break. But when the strings are neither too loose or too tight, the music is beautiful. He realized that he could not find his way if his life was too luxurious, like living in the palace, or if his body was too weak through denial. It is why his wisdom is often called the middle way. Right, which is similar to another philosopher who lived a couple of 100 years after the Buddha, Aristotle, and his golden mean, what he would call the mean between the extreme, not a compromise between two ends, two arguments, but a wiser course that finds a higher level of meaning based on the conditions that lead to the best outcome. So Siddhartha vowed to sit in meditation until he found the answers he sought. And when he found the answers, he spent the rest of his life teaching it to others. And those teachings were passed on through the oral tradition and were first written down some 300 to 400 years after the death of the Buddha. Now, Buddha means awakened one. So I am happy to be woke. I just want to say that. I don't know, it's funny how words get changed and their meaning get changed, but I would think we would want to be awake, right, and be aware and understand the world around us. But Buddhism, it's important to know, Buddhism starts as a reform or a departure from the Hindu religion, depending on who you speak to. And as the teachings spread across India and Asia, they were translated, interpreted, and adapted by each culture that received them. And over the last century or so, it has expanded to mixed with Western culture as well. there is actually an overabundance of Buddhist writings. There is no one canon of writings like there are in Judaism and Christianity and Islam. It's been said that Christians love God, but Buddhists love lists. Probably one reason I am attracted to Buddhism, I think. But among the Buddhist teachings are the following list: the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path, the Three Dharma Seals, the Three Doors of Liberation, the Three Jewels, the Four Immeasurable Minds, the Five Fears, the Five Aggregates, on and on and on, the 5 mindfulness trainings, the 14 mindfulness trainings, and as we heard earlier, the 4 Bodhisattva vows. So many of the writings are also included in what are called sutras, which the Heart Sutra we heard earlier, but that was the Heart Sutra, yeah. But sutra is most often translated as scripture, but a more accurate translation is thread, right? Such as a thread that runs through all things. Today, Paul shared with you, of course, one of the shorter but well-beloved sutras, the Heart Sutra, that for me, as Paul indicated, right, has many Buddhist ideas and teachings within it. The one Paul read is a more modern translation. This translation, they use the word boundlessness, which replaces what many of the translations call emptiness. But I found emptiness to be very confusing to people, and so I particularly like this translation. Thank you, Paul, for sharing that. The Korean Zen missionary master, Zung San, tries to explain what this emptiness, boundlessness means by way of an example, and I'll paraphrase a little. So this pulpit here is made of wood. It is brown. It is solid. It is heavy. Right? It looks like it could last a long time, and it has lasted a long time. I can lean on it. I theoretically could sit on it if it was a chair like that, right? But it can hold you up. You can place things on it, like my computer, the microphone, right? It's a physical thing. But then you light this pulpit on fire and leave, and when you come back, the pulpit will no longer be here. Right? This thing that seems so solid and strong and real is that would then just be a pile of cinder and ash, which the wind could blow away. Don't anybody get any ideas about that, by the way? This example shows how the pulpit is empty or boundless, right? It is not a permanent, abiding thing. So again, what is permanent and what is transient? It was a famous Unitarian sermon many, many years ago by Theodore Parker, and I think it's the same message here, that we should hold on to what is permanent, not transient, right? That things are not permanent, right? They're always changing. They have no independent existence. Over the long or short time, the chair will eventually change, or the pulpit will eventually change and become something other than what it once was. And what made the pulpit, right? It came from wood, which comes from trees, which needed the sun to grow, which needed to be watered, which needed somebody to chop it down and then go to the mill and somebody, artisan, to form it like this. All of those many things made up this pulpit, among many others, transporting it somewhere, somebody buying it, right? All of these things made up, all natural things, human things coming together. And so this is why I like the word boundless instead of empty, because there are so many things that were required to make it exist or then not exist in the whole lifespan of its existence, right? So this quality of emptiness or boundlessness is also form, right? I can use it. I stand up here every week, but it is not limited by form or feelings or perceptions or inclination or discernment, right? We can all see it as a different thing, this pulpit or that chair. Some would look at it as somewhat torturous, right? It's not very comfortable. And some would say that's why it was purchased, to not make us comfortable. But you could put a pad on it and make it a bed and get a pillow. And people would love to have a bed of that. So it's all perception. And although we are not pulpits or chairs, we too are impermanent. And that is a large part of the Buddha's teaching. Everything is impermanent. Right? We become attached to people, things, ideas, imagining them as permanent. Our suffering is caused by our craving, our yearning for an outcome that may or may not happen, and a permanency that does not exist. So we all die in the end, right? Perceiving this aspect of reality, of impermanence, therefore shows us it matters how we live. The Buddha teaches us to live in the present moment. The Zen master Dogen says, each breath we take is a great miracle. The risk of this attitude is that one can sometimes fall into a sort of nihilism, that if nothing is permanent, we can do anything. But if we can accept that all of us are in this together, that we are not in some way any more special than the next person, and that we are of this world in the here and the now. Now, I see that as a calling to a radical interdependence, right? Think of all the things, as I said, that goes into making up this pulpit, right? It could not have happened without radical interdependence of all the multiple circumstances and actions over the course of time to create it, and as well my being here today. When I think back of all of my ancestors, what are the odds that I would be here with all of you today? Is a certain trusting of the interdependence of the universe that makes things happen. Our society sees singularism as exclusionary. Most religions say there is only one way. Unitarian Universalism says there are many ways, and that is the one way. The Buddhist view of the world is also that of a unified whole, transcending all individualistic phenomena. So within a unified whole, though, we have pluralism, right? So again, it is a little mind-bending when you think about it in that way. But the Heart Sutra tells us that we can be free of many things, of anguish, of confusion, and suffering, among other things. And that Roshi, Kazuaki, Tanahashi, in his study of the sutra, says the word freedom often suggests that we can do anything we want, including being unethical and destructive. But there is also another kind of freedom, one that may prove to be more truly free. If we fully follow rules and ethics, we no longer need to think or worry about them. Thus, we are completely free from rules and ethics, end quote. And similarly, in our congregation, we have certain policies and procedures and covenants that tells us what we can and can't do. And if we follow those policies, we no longer have to worry about them, right? And that allows us to be even more creative within them, right? Without leading to chaos, because freedom is not possible in chaos. Freedom can be possible if we cultivate intentional community that is grounded in acceptance, generosity, and plurality. Let us be boundless and see where our freedom can lead us. And in the spirit of impermanence and boundlessness, even of your money, we will now take this morning's offering. Please be as generous as you can. For those online or on your cell phone, there's a QR code or a link in the YouTube channel. Let this sacred time begin. Our next reading is from Thich Nhat Hanh, Our True Heritage. The cosmos is filled with precious gems. I want to offer a handful of them to you this morning. Each moment you are alive is a gem, shining through and containing earth, sky, water, and clouds. It needs you to breathe gently for the miracles to be displayed. And then suddenly you hear the birds singing, the pines chanting, see the flowers blooming, the blue sky, the white clouds, the smile and the marvelous look of your beloved. You, the richest person on earth, who have been going around begging for a living, stop being the destitute child. Come back and claim your heritage. We should enjoy our happiness and offer it to everyone. Cherish this very moment. Cherish it. Let go of the stream of distress and embrace life fully in your arms. And now let us embrace Rivera one last time today.
Yesterday a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling of a star. And the seasons they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can return, we can only look behind of where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. Then the child moved 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make history. And the seasons they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came. Go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to cartwheels through the town, and they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. And the seasons they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. So the years spin by, and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur of coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better, plenty. before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on a carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round on the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle game.
What I talked about in the first reflection means for how we live, for the commitments that we make and the courage that we need. In Buddhism, after someone reaches pure enlightenment, they experience nirvana. Now, to be clear, the word nirvana means extinguishment, right? That is the goal of enlightenment, for your soul upon death to be extinguished and return to the cosmic universe. Now, a bodhisattva, which I did the Bodhisattva vows, is someone who attains the wisdom of enlightenment, of the Buddha enlightenment, but instead of experiencing nirvana, they choose to remain in human form to help others discover their Buddhist nature. And when I attended a particular Zen monastery I talked about, we would chant every night at the end of a sitting meditation, the chant I did earlier. And the first time I went there, it took me like a couple of days to even understand what they were chanting and the words. But sometimes I just find the act of chanting can help take me out of my head and into my heart. I think I have lost my microphone. That is why. I don't know if that was a commentary or the universe telling me I should cut it short or not, but I'm going to keep going. So, creations are numberless. I vow to free them. There is so much opportunity in our lives and in the world for the creation of beauty and wonder. But we have to be intentional about awakening that within ourselves and others. What is it that opens the doorway to a full life for us? What blocks our path to creation and freedom? Perhaps if we look closely, we'll see that sometimes our deterrents are the path. We often want to eliminate all obstacles, but they are part of our nature as well. They're what we have to work with. Right, the mirror that we reflect into, like the changing of the seasons. Even here in Florida, where I actually had to pull out winter clothes from like some old closet, some bag that was in a closet this last month. It got down into the 40s, right? Even here, we have changes of seasons, right? Each of our lives have these seasons through which we have to or are forced to change and grow. And by recognizing it for what it is and embracing it is how we can each build character. And such a culling and recreation is how we can learn to perceive reality. It is from the edges that we awake, not by playing it safe. I have often chosen a life that takes me to the edge, because I wanted to awaken, because I wanted to learn what my boundaries actually were, right? To awake from and transform the delusion of life that tells us that things are more important than people. Right? I want to awake and transform the delusion that tells us that any individual's chaotic freedom is more important than people's freedom to live without the fear of being shot. So we should get together and change our gun laws so we do not have chaos in this country. I want to awaken, transform the delusion that creates an image of self and self-centeredness over compassion for others and a sense of interdependence with all that is. And it is in religious community that we come to learn how to develop and embody a deep and compassionate heart for others. And that is what the Heart Sutra means to me. When it says wisdom beyond wisdom, right, that there's a certain knowing within the depths of our souls of what reality is or should be. We need to be able to see beyond cultural norms and societal expectations of just ourself as individuals. Right? I found it interesting in my studies to learn that in some languages, the word for mind and heart are the same word. So imagine if our thoughts were led by our heart. What kind of world would we create? Thich Nhat Hanh, in his famous poem, Call Me By My True Names, echoes this concept of transcending false dualities we create based on our own personal limited perceptions. The poem indicates that if we were in the other person's circumstances, we would probably do the same as them. We don't believe we would, but we would. The Buddha encourages us to transcend mere perception and see reality for what it is. The key to that is in the first line of the sutra. The beginning of the sutra speaks of Avalokiteshvara, who helps all to awaken, moves in the deep course of realizing wisdom beyond wisdom. And similarly, Kwanam, who's on the screen, they are both bodhisattvas that are equated with loving kindness and compassion. And in Buddhism, we are called to create bodhicitta, an awakened heart which leads us to an inner awareness of compassion and interdependence. It is a desire to have our lives be about ending suffering for ourselves and for others. Wisdom beyond wisdom is the realization of our innate desire for compassion. And neuroscience shows that compassion improves our health. I'll be doing a sermon on that later in the year. Studies have shown that people who volunteer to care for others or who volunteer live longer lives. So please remember that when we ask for volunteers for the congregation. But it takes intention and it takes practice to cultivate bodhicitta. Western Buddhist teacher Jack Kornfield says, true practice is a revolutionary activity and you can't do it in a comfortable way. You have to challenge the identity of your life. End quote. We have to have the courage to remain open, to meet the truth of our experiences, and to face our fears. One of those Buddhist lists I was talking about was 5 fears, right? They are, and different lists have different fears in them when you read different Buddhist scripture, but one is fear of losing our life or illness, fear of losing our mind, so dementia, fear of losing our livelihood, fear of losing our reputation, fear, interestingly, of speaking publicly. Clearly, I don't have that fear, or I got over it. But we may not be able to, or maybe should not eliminate our fear, but let us recognize it for what it is. Again, we should recognize that middle way. Right? Too little fear can be dangerous and can leave us unprepared. But too much fear can prevent us from acting on what we need to do. The key is not to allow fear to consume us. Let us recognize that fear is not the only emotion within us. Our journey to freedom requires us to have a warrior-like courage, to be present for fear without allowing it to stop our compassion. Let us find that middle way between fear and courage. And so when the road grows hard and the way ahead is unclear, we return to the path of awakening. Gate, gate, paragate, prasmagate, bodhisvaha. Arriving all the way together with awakening joy. May it be so. Please rise in body and or spirit for our closing hymn, 311, Let It Be a Dance. And please feel free to dance. If the spirit moves you. Our closing words are from Joan, Halifax. I will walk every step of the way, or maybe dance. I will walk always for others and always with others. I will take with me only what I need and keep only what is useful. I will accept with gratitude and goodwill what is offered to me. I will act with respect, kindness, and humility towards all human beings and all beings. I will reject nothing and cling to nothing. I will keep my heart and senses open. I will allow myself to feel compassion for the suffering of all beings. I will regard every situation as my teacher and every being as my kin, and every hardship as a chance to cultivate equanimity. I will not waste this precious breath, this precious day, this precious awareness. Please join me in extinguishing the chalice.
We extinguish the flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Go forth, do good, be peaceful. If you want to become a member, even if you're only here for 3 months, join me in my office and enjoy and love each other. Thank you for your presence here today.